All right, Ashes of Creation just dropped Alpha 2 Update 0.18.3. And this patch is actually bigger than it looks on paper. We've got major summoner fixes, PvP flagging issues resolved, quest improvements, caravan changes, performance fixes, and a ton of quality of life updates. I'll break this down section by section, highlight what actually matters, and call out the changes that will affect your day-to-day gameplay. Let's get into it. First up, some important character and PvP fixes. A nasty bug that caused characters to log back in as level 1 is now fixed. This was happening mostly to players tracking a lot of commissions, so if that happened to you, it should be resolved. They also fixed an issue where players could get stuck permanently flagged for PvP after leaving the Harbinger event. Your PvP flag will now correctly clear when you exit the area. For Rangers, there was a visual bug where bows could get stuck animating forever after barrage or salvo. That's now fixed. And Rogues will now correctly exit stealth when interacting with harvestables. If you try to interact with objects while entering stealth, the interaction will be interrupted. No more sneaky harvesting. Now let's talk about the big one, Summoner. This patch includes a long list of fixes aimed at stability, pet control, and usability. First, they made improvements to freezes and crashes related to summoning pets. Huge win. It was fun to see my friends crash when I summoned my pet, though. Pet abilities can now be hover cast, and you can spot cast pet abilities on other targets without changing the pet's current target. That alone makes Summoner feel way smoother. The Sick command now correctly works on mounts and vehicles. Pets will no longer register dot damage as an assist event, which improves how responsive follow and move to commands feel while in assist mode. Extract Vessel will now only work on your own pet, no more weird edge cases. They fixed multiple issues where pets could not be summoned in certain locations, would disappear randomly, would not update their hotbars correctly, or would overwrite pet skills when swapping slots. Pets will now properly play their death animation, instead of instantly vanishing. AoE targeting has been fixed, so pets no longer bypass AoE settings, and duel targeting now works correctly. Mystic pets will no longer heal themselves instead of you. Yes, that was actually happening. And overall, Summoner pet movement has been smoothed out significantly. If you play Summoner, this patch is a massive quality of life upgrade. Moving on to Caravans. Players can now correctly join Caravan events as attackers or defenders. The Caravan driver defense buff has been adjusted. It now only reduces damage from player characters. NPC enemies will deal full damage to Caravan drivers, which should make PvE threats matter more. For duels, they fixed issues preventing duels from starting, including a bug that incorrectly said you were still in combat when you weren't. This patch includes a lot of quest fixes, especially for early progression. Crate delivery quests will no longer break if someone relogs mid-quest. If it happens, the quest will reset cleanly. Several crafting-related quests now have proper map markers, making early game crafting less confusing. Lawless PvP events were triggering far too often. That's now fixed. Mayoral commissions had level issues and item turn-in conflicts. Those have been cleaned up so items won't double lock across commissions. Buy orders across multiple regions have been fixed, including missing orders, duplicated listings, and orders that couldn't be completed. A ton of specific quests were adjusted. Drop rates increased, enemy counts reduced, respawn timers lowered, objective radiuses expanded, and unnecessary repeat kills removed. Events like ankle biters and grave robbers will no longer stall or mismark enemies. Overall, quest flow should feel less frustrating and less grindy. For settlements, the Trade Bureau construction cost has been corrected. They also did some visual cleanup. Roads and settlements should no longer look like Verra forgot to mow the lawn. On the economy side, mining Resonite Stone now has a 25% chance to proc Zakara gems or Bagkindo metal. Recipe tooltips now clearly show Already Known, which is a small but very welcome change. Mounts can now properly regenerate HP, and low-resolution mount visuals have been fixed. Enemy respawns across Verra are working again. No more empty zones. Guild UI bugs have been resolved, so you won't see guild info for guilds you've already left. Cosmetics will no longer disappear when carrying crates. A mailbox was added to Samia's Hope for easier access to cosmetics early on. Rowboats received multiple fixes. No more duplicate boats after logout. Can't trade them while summoned. They now despawn properly when you move too far away. The Harbinger Voidblade has been renamed to the Hourglass Remnant, is now unrepairable, and includes proper lore. Lighting transitions at dawn and dusk were improved. Fewer blinding flashes, fewer pitch-black moments. Whew, praise the sun. And finally, collision issues, incorrect notifications, and error messaging across the world have all been cleaned up. Overall, this patch is very much about stability, polish, and quality of life, especially for summoners and early progression. If you've been frustrated by pet behavior, broken quests, or weird PvP flags, this update should feel like a step in the right direction. Let me know in the comments what changes you felt the most, and if you want a deep dive on Summoner after this patch, I've got more builds and guides coming. If this helped, a like and subscribe goes a long way, and I'll see you in Verra.